Fresh hot coffee. Just what I need. The nights have been getting cold. That's when I drink my coffee the most. Anyway, what have I been doing with this thing? Oh, just painted the gun barrels and touch-up painting on the propellers. I was gonna put them decals on. I tried to put this kit supply decal on the cowling, and of course, just like over here with the aftermarket ones, is it doesn't want to settle down. I already tried clearing it and everything, and I'm just gonna have to. Next thing is to try slicing with a very sharp knife the parts that won't settle down. Did a little more painting on the pilot figure. And it's just I just don't like painting those yellow life preservers. I don't know why. I just never did like big yellow things on them. Put together the bazooka rocket launchers. And what was it? What? And then yes. So now we'll have a little diatribe about why the Monogram, the old Monogram propellers are the best. Oh, but I guess that means I'm going to have to make room for my little, what's that? Not lecture, not demonstration. Presentation? I don't know. I have to present the evidence as to why the Monogram propellers are the closest, without going over in price, than even the exalted and revered East Asian kit manufacturers. Now, first, I will present to the court. Hopefully you can see it. This is a photograph. Oh, of course, the light. The light! So I don't know if you can see it too well. This is the first Curtis Electric prop for the P-47, also known as the symmetrical prop. You might be able to see these little points around the cuff. And I don't know if those are rivets or pins, mounting pins. This one's even sticking up right here. You can. Anyway. But they're not just on those. So if we move over here without breaking any. Okay, this one. This is the Curtis Electric asymmetrical prop, which uses, it's a more, looking more like a paddle blade. And you can barely see, it's got even more of those little, I don't know if they're rivets or pin, I don't know what they are. But they have something to do with mounting these cuffs on to the propeller hub, or, you know. But there's also something else. If you don't notice, this paddle blade, it tapers to a point. And there's an East Asian company from Japan called Tamiya. They tried to represent this in their issues of the P-47D, and they got it wrong because it doesn't taper like that. It looks too much more like the Hamilton standard blade. But anyway, so let us get on with it. Get on with it. So here is, because I think the black paint that I painted makes it too hard to see. You know, maybe we can see it on this part. There we go. You see those there's little dots. Oops, I gotta get the focus in here. See, there's some right there. You can see it around the... Now, they only put 3. But I could tell by those photos in that book I have that there's more than 3. But at least they got them on there. They got a semblance of them on there. Also, look at this profile of the shape of the propeller. I don't know. I think this is kind of a cross between the early Curtis Electric symmetrical prop and the later asymmetrical prop. But it's not as broad as the asymmetrical, so I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be. But I'm going to prove to you that it's the best looking one of all the propellers out there for the... Now, guess what this one is? This is the old Otaki, now, which became ARII, which my research is... ARII is not a word, but it is an acronym. So that's why it's all caps, all capital letters. It's an acronym, not a word. But they, too, attempted to put those rivets, or whatever they are, on the cuff of this Curtis Electric. And this looks more like the early symmetrical propeller. But now I have I have the Academy kit in 48 scale. I have the Academy kit, the Hobby Boss kit, the old Hawk Testors kit, and none of them have those little rivets or whatever they are. It's only the Monogram and Otaki ARII props. But, oh yeah, and the ARII, a few years ago, ARII issued P-47D, and it is just a reboxing of the Academy kit with some nice decals. It does have nice decals, because I have that kit too. I thought it was going to be a different kit, but this is the Academy kit. The Italian. Anyway. So, let us start. I just grabbed this is the Tamiya. Tamiya. And I didn't take them out of the bag. Because, they're so... But, here we go. They give you this is supposed to be the early symmetrical Curtis Electric, and then here is supposed to be the late asymmetrical Curtis Electric. But as I pointed out in the photos, you see the blade doesn't taper. It should taper like the early one, but it doesn't. It's more like these Hamilton standard. So, and no rivets. So there's a failure. The exalted Tamiya failed. Now, where's my little? Oh yeah, and I have a Hasegawa. Hasegawa. Yep. Hasegawa. And this is what came with that kit. Apparently, these are supposed to be the symmetrical Curtis Electrics. And no rivets on the cuff. How dare you? Hasegawa, you let us down. But it's not just them. I have some resin aftermarket propellers. And the company was taken over by True Details. But apparently, and it calls these the pointed type, Curtis pointed type, which I assume they're meaning the symmetrical ones. No rivet detail on there. And they don't even look, I don't think they even look that good. I mean, the Hasegawa ones look better. They all look almost like the Hasegawa ones. So, don't waste your money on that, on the aftermarket ones. These old Monogram Curtis Electric props are the best looking and detailed. Even though this thing came out, the P-47D Razorback by Monogram came out in 1977. And they are still the best looking Curtis Electric props out there. Now, the first P-47 Monogram issued was the bubble top, and it comes with the Hamilton standard prop. Okay, is that it? Was that? I think I'm had my little thing, and okay, time for some more coffee before I move on.